He hasn't seen this guy this time. He settled down straight away, and without doubt, he's been a huge difference for them.
Yeah, he's not all hands for leather. He's got a lot of quality. You know, he put his body on the line. He defends first. He's a winner. He organises. You can see him pointing his fingers. When he's on the ball, Dan, he's composed. You know, he knows to pick a pass. He gets in the box. Doesn't like getting his nose blooded, as a centre half should do. Had it happened to him at the
Only because you had a pop at me.
The sheer elbow, yeah. They were big on the end of that. You both touched on Gundogan. You look at the goal scorers charts for Manchester City. He's actually top of that goal scoring chart at the moment. Currently the lowest top scorer from any Premier League winning side. The next is Frank Lampard, who scored 13 goals for Chelsea in 04-05. But again, he's one of those who, no striker. I mean, you two redundant from now on.
We're finished. Our position's finished, Dion. I mean, what a job he's done for them. It needed someone to step up and to be a goal scorer and score big, important goals, and he did that. I mean, some of the goals that were shown here are just fantastic. We showed the couple against Liverpool where they were perhaps tap-ins, but some of these are just wonderful to watch as well.
Yeah, he's the kind of player that doesn't mind taking that responsibility on. You know, he's quite an experienced player. He's won a lot in the game. And you can see it here. Every time I see that, I have to laugh because he's headed.
Either of you think they'll buy a striker in the summer?
Yes, I do. Yeah, I think they'll have to.
Yeah, absolutely. Who? I have no idea. Well, yes, they will, definitely.
And I want to ask you as well about someone we've talked about a lot this season, Phil Foden, because the stat that's blown both your minds is that Phil Foden is 20 years old and he's already won 8 trophies.
It's not fair, is it?
Well, you're missing out the 2 charity shields as well.
If he's missing that, can I have one of those?
Shows you how desperate you are. And he's just been brilliant, and it's a really exciting summer for him and so many other young players.
Yeah, I mean, what a talent he's got, and I think Pep deserves a lot of credit also for the way he's handled him, because there was a lot of us shouting for him to be in and to be included and play on a more regular basis early than he has been, but it was no, wait till Silva goes and then it'll be patient and then your time will come. And without doubt his time is here because he's an incredible player.
I mean, the manager has just said, listen, you keep learning. David Silva's there, Bernardo Silva's there. Keep learning, keep learning. Your time will come. Just take your time. And he just knows when to filter him through. David's gone. Bernardo Silva's playing. He's still learning off the best. And watching him play now, Dan, he's gone from a boy not knowing what to do to taking on games for Manchester City.
He loves it, doesn't he? We'll hear from Fernandinho a little bit later in the programme as well. But to Stamford Bridge now, just 3 days before Saturday's showpiece at Wembley, FA Cup finalist Chelsea met the holders Arsenal in a London derby. Thomas Tuchel's side looking to cement their place in the top 4 this season. Commentary comes from Steve Wilson.
Not ideal for Chelsea to play a game of this magnitude so close to the cup final, but with 2 wins needed to guarantee a top 4 finish, that old adage of 1 game at a time springs to mind. Thomas Tuchel makes 7 changes to the side which won at Manchester City, as per Azpilicueta, James, Gilmour and Pulisic, the only survivors of that 11. It's 26 years since Arsenal failed to qualify for Europe, but that's where they are right now. Mikel Arteta makes 5 changes and starts with the back 3. Tierney, Pablo Mari, Partey, Odegaard and Aubameyang come in. Arsenal defending the shed end in the first 45 minutes against their old rivals, Chelsea, and trying to salvage something from what has been a really disappointing campaign. Oh, and the mistake, the pass was short, Pablo Mari's lost it, Kai Havertz is away, and misses the target, and he really should not have done. Well, Pablo Mari is as relieved as anyone. Gabriel turned, played it back to him, and he backpedaled Pablo Mari, and that allowed Kai Havertz to nick in, steal the ball away from him, and then put it over the bar and let Arsenal off the hook. Kai Havertz. Olivier Giroud is probably thinking, I'd have scored that. And yet again, absolutely no sign of Tammy Abraham at the Chelsea first team game to try and gauge what he might have thought of it. Oh, I'd say that's going to be an own goal. Alcantara has kept it out, and St. Jorginho's clashes, but Smith-Rowe scores, and Arsenal have the lead. What an extraordinary goal to concede. That is a horror show from Jorginho. Aretha Balaga did really well, actually, because it looked goal-bound from Jorginho and somehow kept the cut there. But Chelsea's relief was short-lived. Emile Smith-Rowe puts Arsenal in front in a desperate goal from Chelsea's point of view. This is Azpilicueta for Chelsea. Good run too. Azpilicueta still going. Havertz in the middle. That's a good-looking ball. Pulisic pulls it back. Mount's shot was blocked. What a lovely goal that would have been. Well, this was a cracking Chelsea move. Really good run by Azpilicueta into a good area from Pulisic. And it hit Holding on the palm of the hand. Now, earlier on in the season, that is absolutely bang to rights, 100% to penalty. Arsenal hoping for a first Premier League double over Chelsea since 2003-04 season. They finish up with a game at Selhurst Park against Crystal Palace and then finally a home game against Brighton. Kai Havertz. And a good save by Leno. Well, Havertz did well, laid it into Mount's path. Leno stretching to his left, made the save. The angle isn't great for Mount, and the height is a nice one for the keeper. Trying to drop it into Chilwell behind Holding. Chelsea have the corner. Big contests were coming up for Ben Chilwell against his former club, of course, both trying to finish in the top four. Both might, but they both can't win the FA Cup. Chelsea's first corner of the game. 31 played, Arsenal in front. In goes the corner, deep towards the back post where Zuma attacked it, and the header is over the top from Christian Pulisic. That was a chance. The American's body language tells you that it's one he felt he might have taken. Dropped very harmlessly onto the roof of the net in the end from Pulisic. Azpilicueta, Mason Mount, James. Into the last 10 minutes of the first half. Jorginho. Gilmore. Chilwell's won that from Saka. Leno away, Mount's there, and the ball ends up fizzing behind. Saka was beaten by Chilwell. Chelsea couldn't quite stumble it and bumble it over the Arsenal line after that. Lost at home to Arsenal since 2011, 5-3 on that occasion. Mason Mount, good ball into Havertz, can he turn? He's fed Reece James. Hudson-Odoi scooping it well over the Arsenal crossbar. Quite a promising move that for Chelsea. Bit of a waste at the end of it. Just wanted Havertz to turn and get a shot away here. Didn't feel he could. Well, they've only lost twice since Thomas Tuchel took over in 25 games. Chilwell settles for the corner. To borrow a phrase coined here by Jose Mourinho when Spurs came across town. Arsenal have well and truly parked the bus. Chelsea, a corner. Which is glanced in! And now Pulisic. Is he onside? The ball's in the back of the net. Arsenal are claiming offside. And they'll get it, won't they? Pulisic is offside, there's no question about that. But how does it get to him? Comes off Havertz, it would seem. And the goal does not stand, which very much looks the right decision. Last time Andre Mariner officiated this fixture, it was Arsene Wenger's 1000th game in charge of Arsenal, and they lost it 6-0. Nicely done. Smith-Rowe to Tierney. Odegaard is in the middle. It's just too long for him. Bellerin nicely. Odegaard. Bellerin. Comfortable save for Aretha Balaga. Well, this was really pretty much Arsenal's only attack with any numbers in the second half. Lovely cushion touch by Bellerin into Odegaard. I think Bellerin was slightly surprised, but he came back to it.
Right, that's it. That's what's up.
And Ziyech in the middle, Pulisic there too. And Pulisic couldn't get the touches on the shot he wanted. And it's a very straightforward save for Bernd Leno. But it is Chelsea.